Wisdom nuggets from Proverbs Day 10. Today I want to talk about boundaries and justice. Boundaries matter, not just in relationships but in responsibilities, land, and even our values. The moment those invisible lines get crossed, chaos tends to follow. It's not always about outright theft, sometimes it's the little shifts, those quiet compromises, sneaky encroachments, or decisions made because nobody will find out. But let's be honest, God sees it all. Proverbs 23:10-11 says, "Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. For their Redeemer is mighty, he shall plead their cause with thee." This isn't just a rule about moving boundary stones in a field, it's about integrity, about honoring boundaries, especially the ones that were set by those who came before us. In ancient times, landmarks meant more than property lines. They marked inheritance, identity, and justice. To move one wasn't just greedy, it was a rejection of legacy and a violation of trust. And you know what? When the victims are helpless, like orphans, the injustice is even louder in heaven. God doesn't ignore that. He steps in as their Redeemer, and Scripture promises he will plead their cause. Now, maybe you're not dealing with farmland or property disputes, but let's ask ourselves, am I manipulating situations just because others aren't aware? Am I benefiting from someone else's loss or ignorance? Have I tossed aside godly values or standards because they seem outdated or inconvenient? This wisdom is also about preserving values. Some boundaries were set by spiritual fathers, teachings, principles, and standards that safeguard purity, honor, and justice. But in the rush to modernize, it's so easy to uproot those landmarks without a second thought. Remember Rehoboam? He rejected the counsel of elders, and it brought destruction. But there were also the sons of Jonadab, who honored the instructions passed down to them, and God remembered. So, today's wisdom is clear. Respect boundaries, both visible and invisible. Don't take advantage of the vulnerable. Preserve what was handed to you in righteousness, unless God shows you a better way. Because whatever boundary you move unjustly, God will see to it that justice is served. Be just, be honorable, be guided, be blessed.